ultimately there's this, we're in this together. I think, as I say the word gathering, and many, many years ago, I feel like I coined this term. Maybe it wasn't me. Somebody else might claim it, but the yo gathering. I was like, oh, every time we get together, it's the yo gathering. And space to create. So, welcome to your practice. Your creative flow, whatever's going to happen today, it's going to be good. So, okay, I brought my hands together already. I'm sitting comfortably, and take your time and just start to settle in. An opportunity and space to literally do a mental check-in on how you're feeling, how you're breathing. What has assembled? What has gathered? You take your next inhale, lengthen yourself tall, and as you exhale, soften back down, just gently. And we'll chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Resting in this stillness for a few moments. You mentally gather yourself to this space. Stay seated. Rest your hands anywhere you like. And begin to just roll the head and neck very gently and slowly. Listening. Reversing. Go one time each direction, a little slower. Going from ear straight up and ear. So a different way than we move normally. Just a little bit of side to side. Next time the ear drops over to the right side, let's just take the right hand down, drop the right shoulder, and take the left hand down and drop the left shoulder. A few breaths softening. Maybe a gentle shifting of the rib cage. I know for myself, I need to do that. Just get more into the side of the neck. Let the jaw go. And as you come up, let's anchor the sit bone and you'll lengthen tall, and then the head might magically come up and over to the other side. And settling in here for a few moments. And when we finish class, the words that come into my head is, it doesn't have to be complicated and it doesn't have to be difficult. There's challenge in it all, but it's just showing up and doing the work. So come on out of that and sit for a moment and stretch the legs out. Just taking a time to be mindful. Okay, so we're going to start with the bolster against the wall. So hopefully you're close enough to a wall, and we'll sit on height, whatever you need. I'm just going to use this blanket I have here. I'm just going to bring it closer to the wall, and I'll keep it the long way. Bolster against the wall. Sometimes a block underneath the head might be nice. There's a cute little puppy. Okay. Great. Okay. All right, so we'll come in, and I am going to put a block behind the head. And just feel the balance and whatever you need to do with your legs. You know, this might be sitting with your back at the lockers in high school pose. I say that, but we probably all did that, and probably did it for a reason. That grounding, the coolness, that it helped to relax something. Okay, so now I'm assuming everybody's there, and your legs are as you wish, your hands are wherever you wish. Feel the back of the head, and I'm just going to lengthen the back of the neck. And I feel as I'm lengthening the back of the neck, I'm going to lengthen myself a little bit taller. Maybe you can feel your sit bones there. And then keep that length, but relax as much as you can into the bolster, the floor. Start to release the jaw. I'm just going to add shoulders. So you take the hands down. They might go to the floor and towards the wall, but they might come forward too. So you're just going to bring the shoulders back. So anywhere the hands help to take the shoulders back and feel the eyes of your chest. And we talked about that a few times. So maybe you can lift a little bit. And then that's going to change a little bit of pressure. Soften yourself back if you can. Soften the jaw. And take a few breaths. Stay as you are. The next step is to start to take the arms out if that feels okay. Oh, there we go. Come all the way up or out to the side, anywhere, just to get a little bit longer through the rib cage. Take a few breaths. Softening back into the bolster, shoulders back, neck long. Okay. Move the hands down. You take the block out from behind the head because we'll just do a very gentle forward fold here. And if the knees want to stay bent for this, if this feels good, no hard and fast rule that the legs need to be, I mean, there are a lot of rules. The legs need to be straight, but do less. So just walk yourself into a place that you just start to feel an opening. Always adding the feet in, trying to bring in a little bit more. Maybe today it's better to have them down. I'm just going to close the drapes, but stay where you are. Take a few breaths, see what you can let go of. The head hanging a little more, tension the shoulders. Walk the hands back and you come back onto the bolster from the bottom. You feel like it's like you're doing your cat-cow actions here, bringing the spine in, and then come back to here. And you don't need to put the block back in. Again, the knees can be bent. I'm just going to open that chest and then press back into the bolster. Take the head back. So taking the chin in. What that does. Breathe. Walk ourselves back into whatever version of forward fold, peeling yourself off of that bolster. It's like this is the cat portion. whatever this is. And this time, as you come into this, maybe you add gentle rocking. Let me say rocking. Could be swaying, but just gently letting yourself rock. Right in that rocking, I can also go a little deeper in the forward fold. So that works. Just walking the hands forward. Few breaths wherever you are here. And opening the legs. So if you have the knees bent, you might be feeling it more in the back. Maybe that's the medicine you need. And come back and walk the hands back. And again, from the base, press up, thinking like vertebrae to vertebrae, up the bolster. Come back to sitting for a few moments. Okay, I'm going to keep the legs straight. They don't have to. Lift the arms, taking the hands to the wall. And that's going to get back a little more, but it could be here, it could be here. Get some length and opening in the side of the ribs. Stay here wherever you are. You can flex your feet, spread your toes. Reach up. I'm going to open these arms out wide as I exhale and bring them down. The next exhalation, beginning this very gentle walking forward, and letting yourself go. If it's okay to let the head go today, let it go. And sway once you're here. That's up to you. Here for about 5 breaths, so wherever that is, do less. Do a little more. Do less. Feel like that's the play. That's the lila in the yoga. In between strength and softness. And where can you soften? Shoulders can go a little more, the jaw, the eyes. Maybe we can strengthen the breath for the next 2 breaths. Fill yourself up. Bring that breath into new pathways. And walk the hands back. Curl up again last time. Bring it in as if we're doing our sun salutes, and we reach the arms up and inhale. Okay, release your arms back down if you lifted them. We'll bend the knees. And we go to a windshield wiper here. Just rocking those knees side to side. Again, I'm just repressing myself back. So the chest is open, head's back. Okay, walk your feet in. This is what we're going to do next. I'm going to bring that right knee in. Maybe it's going to go here. This could be a lot. So do less, do more, or just hold it. Hold one, let the other one. Actually, you know what? Maybe we start like that. That actually feels nice. So I brought one in, one's forward. I'm going to interlace, and I'm going to drop this as my left knee. It's going to go out, and the right knee is going to go out, and just bring them in. And we'll just open the hips this way a few times before we cross over, just a few times, and then see what happens. Is this possible? Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe here. Modify for yourself. Take everything back. And softening. Feet flexed. Okay. Maybe a rocking. Two more breaths wherever you are. Just it's very tight today. Okay. Okay, and to release, maybe I'll straighten the right leg first. pop that left leg off and this, or a windshield wiper, either one. And then we'll do the other side the same way. So you bring the right foot in this time. We keep the left foot forward, opposite interlaced fingers, and we drop the right knee to the right, the left knee will go left. Just bring them in. And finding that opening of whatever is, if this is better, if this is better. Yeah, okay. And be here, or rock side to side. Be very deep. Okay, for the next few breaths, just soften all the muscles of your face, like even if this is a lot of tension. Okay, out. Stretch the legs, come out. This. Okay, well, let's stay seated for another moment. I'm just going to walk back, and I'm going to go to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, and hopefully you have your props nearby if you need them. Just so we open we're here. If this isn't a good pose, you go cross-legged. You'll take the hands and just gently, maybe I'll press down and massage or push. As soon as I take the hands down and then push down, shoulders want to go. Oh, it's like we're going to lift up and back. Heart's there. And soften back into the bolster. Just feel that you can release the back body and drop the jaw. And we brought in a bit of strength, and now I'm going to just try and stay here and soften everything. And I'll turn the palms up and soften the groins, the gaze, the eyes can be closed. Bring in the forward fold, so and we'll kind of peel ourselves off the bolster, and the hands can stay on the thighs or move to the insides of your calves or your ankles, feet, or the floor. Just gently coming away from the bolster. You will sway, rock. Feel what this pose is doing. It's opening up the pelvic floor, and this is an opportunity to release the tension there. Feel everything almost spread out. You can imagine in your mind's eye. Everything's just spreading out. Grounding. Maybe 2 or 3 more breaths. Just releasing into the deepest part of this pose. Use these breaths however you like. If you're ready, you'll start to come up. I'm just going to find that bolster again. Press into it. And just pretend it's a sun salute again. But as I get here, I'll reach the arms up and take a few breaths. And release your arms. Stretch your legs out or bring them down and just take a little windshield wiper. Okay. Well, I think we're here, so I'm thinking, but we're here, so let's do Upavishta. And so that's the legs are out wide. You see how it is. You wiggle yourself. Hopefully it's not too much time sitting. Sit up a little higher. I just put blankets under my knees if that's helpful. Do that. And then again, just press yourself against the bolster, open the chest. And flex your feet or soften them or roll your ankles. And feel what this pose is doing. And it's really about ground, not pressing down, but just receiving the whole backs of the legs on the earth with an open pelvis. Okay. And if you feel okay here again, move into the forward fold. I'm just going to walk my hands to the thighs first. I'm not pressing down, I'm just resting them there. Very gently peel away from the bolster and find a place that is inviting in some release and maybe some joy. It's periods of discomfort and heartache, there's always some joy. Whatever you've done now, and see where you can soften, create space. Final few breaths. We let go with the back of the heart. Last time, just bring ourselves to rest against the bolster. Windshield wiper the legs. You want to go straight, rock them side to side. So we're going to come out of this and do it without standing up. Just slip this bolster out. And we're going to lie over the bolster. So if you're feeling very nasally congested, then dropping the head, it sometimes can be great. It can empty the sinuses, and sometimes it's too much for the head. So decide what you need here. Knowing that can always be adjusted. I'm actually going to bring these blocks quite close together. Okay. And we'll bring blankets in place. We'll come to lie with the soles of the feet together. We'll move this blanket sitting on up. Of course, you know the drill, your eating pads and your eye pillows, your socks and all that. Just before we slip in, actually, well, I'm going to offer a little sinus face massage, and you could do that lying down, or you could sit up, and very simple. This infinity sign in our faces. So I'm just going to take my index finger and place it at the top of the nose, where nose becomes forehead and between the eyebrows. And then drop your jaw. Just hold your finger there. And we'll start to run this. This is my right finger. It's going to go over the right eyebrow and then very gently under the eye. And it's going to cross back to that place you were first touching and then do the left eyebrow. So it is an infinity sign. Just very gently. And now you have one finger, so you can let the fingers soften and maybe they all kind of follow along. You're just going to find your little dance here. Do one more this way, and we'll end back at that spot where you were first starting, and then slide that finger down the bridge of your nose and back down. And then we're going to do the same thing with the left finger. So it comes to just rest where the nose and forehead kind of meet. And this is a place that holds a lot of tension. You might find you want to just push in and give it a little rub and or circulate. And then, okay, and then whenever you're ready, you'll trace over the left eyebrow and underneath the eye, following the bone and finding that. And then once you have that, you can release the rest of the fingers and they'll just start to kind of be along for the ride here. Softening the eyes. one or two more. If you're digging it, take your time, and you'll know you'll end back at that first spot and just slide the finger down the bridge of the nose and come back. Okay, now we're going to take the fingers of both hands to the cheekbones. So just the very top here. You're just going to push in and give it a little, circulate that spot. I'm going to drop the jaw. Yes. And then slide the fingers up. Maybe they go up top of the cheekbone area or jawbone area. And so this temporal mandible joint down right in front of the ears. Just give that a rub. Yeah. Okay. Just taking them all the way down. I'm at the jawbone now. Give that a few rubs. Okay. And then take your fingers, just slide them to the center of your chin. And we're just going to put them, so I have them here. I'm going to take all the fingers and just paint a line from the center of the chin, the jawbone, and all the way up to that temporal mandible joint, the TMJ. Good. Okay. And then, oh yeah, release that. Good. Okay, we'll do one more. I just have to do it for myself so I can feel like I have that. Okay, got it. Okay, so I take the middle fingers of both hands and we'll go back to that starting place. And then you'll trace along the eyebrows and you'll get to underneath the eye. And then I kind of stop right at that top of the cheekbone. And I'll take the index finger and just put it beside. And then they'll separate so that I've never taught this, so it could be confusing, but the middle finger is going to go back up and the index fingers go wide. So one's at the temple, and then the index finger doesn't move, but the middle fingers are going to trace the eyebrow. And I'll just go back and then separate them so that it is almost like you're just going to take your time. There will be some place there where you're like, oh, okay. And you'll make it your own. So I'm just tracing both with the fingers and probably made it more complicated. Okay, I'm going to do one more, whatever it is. And then release. And feel that energy. And you might even want to stroke from the center line out on the forehead, that we do that sometimes. So this is where the sinuses live, in the eyebrows, above and under the eye. Bone here, above and under the eyebrows. You can feel that. And then, okay, if you're still sitting with me, then now we'll come to take this Supta Baddha Konasana. Massaging the face, friends, is so important. Realize, so important. There's so much that comes in here. So as often as you can, and when your sinuses are full, this is really a good way to release some of that. So I'm just doing that again as I come to that. Take your time. Okay. And so we're going to rest. And you've got this nice open chest. The shoulders are dropping. Hopefully your head is supported comfortably. And then I have brought the soles of the feet together. The blankets are supporting. Your house is a little chilly amidst this beautiful snowfall we had. Find a blanket. Oh, said that, the dog just got up and eat. I'm going to stop talking. We're going to rest here as deeply as is available to you. Do less. Use more props if things are needing more support today. Enjoy this time of quiet and surrender, knowing that I am here. You don't need to think about anything right now. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go. No one to be. Just be. And the healer within creates the space for stillness and healing to happen. Quiet your thinking to the present moment of surrender. Staying as you are. You'd like to change the position of your legs. Yeah. Start to slowly make your way out. Stretch yourself long. Maybe windshield wiper. Coming up, however you like, whatever makes sense. Sit for a moment. You just sit in front of your bolster. Just feel. So have your blankets. You toss them in, make it comfortable. I'm going to change the cross of the leg. And we'll take a gentle twist. We have this nice bolster here to just rest on too. So it's moving in. Taking the arm across is too much. Settle in, let the jaw drop, the eyes relax. Opening this pathway here for the right side of your lungs. Too much. Move the arm to a place. Okay. Gently release. Move the center. Change the legs if you like. Be in the unwinding. Twist the other side. Gently coming out. Being in the unwinding. So here's the next pose. It's just a bigger chest opener. We'll do it with two ways to set up. You can use the bolster for the chest and the, oh, you can see, and the block for the head. I was going to say, yeah. So, and maybe it's a blanket on top of the block. And the other way to do it is to have more support for the chest. The block's a long way. So either way, whatever works, just to get a higher chest and support your head. I'm going to put that in. Maybe I'll have one of these blankets and put it in right away and then see how it is. You always take it. Easier to take them out sometimes. And if you need some more support under your hips, so coming down, so the shoulder blades are supported by your bolster, your block, wiggling down. I feel them there, and it's nice for the head, actually. Okay, and then the arms, if they can open out to the side, that's too much. Find your place. Maybe you grab opposite elbows if that's an okay place. We're going to rest here for a little bit. This time the legs can stay bent, you can straighten them. Cross leg is an interesting thing sometimes. Okay. I like this. The two blocks are not horizontal, they're vertical. Nice support under the head. So my head is higher than the chest. It's coming back to that releasing that we've been kind of playing with all practice, softening the back body. Again, giving the breath a new pathway. You might be happier if your hips need a little release than even just coming to that basic resting pose. Knees bent, feet wide, knees together. Any variation with how the legs go. And you can relax and soften the floor to the props. And just surrendering. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. No one to be. Just be. The next few moments we're here. You can breathe more fully into the upper chest. And then softening that area a little more. As you are, notice if you're holding tension in the jaw, the right shoulder, left shoulder. front of the rib cage. So take your time. If this is like really great for you and you just want to be here longer, because I'm going to just tell you how we're going to move from here. Is I'm going to set up for legs up the wall. So if that's not in your wheelhouse today, or this is nice, stay here. And then we'll move into Shavasana. Yogi's choice. Take your time. Once I come out of this, though, I'm going to just sit for a moment and feel it. It's keeping that soft energy. This release of doingness, busyness. Even as we do a practice like this, every movement can be a space of doing less, of offering. Literally, as we transition from one of these poses to the next, and we set up all these lovely props, it is an act of devotion. It's an act of devotion. And this is, this word that was on the card, is a priest, priestess, and priestex, which is, I guess, the non-gender binary term. And it was always saved for a person of high esteem, someone who studied a lot. And aren't you doing that work too? Studying yourself and become your own minister of whatever it is you need. And as practitioners of many years, we've come to understand or come to see the benefits of a pose like Shavasana, which I love to go back to, because the very beginning, it's like, what's happening? I could do this at home, just lying here. Like I had those thoughts too. It's not without repeating it over and over and over again. Maybe one day falling into it, being, what just happened? I completely let go, surrendered, rested, and I learned something about myself. And in that practice, we become our own healer, our own medicine woman. We're all women here. Medicine person. Our own priestess. Our creator of each present moment. Body heals when it is at rest. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. No one to be. Just be.
Stay as you are. You'd like to shift into Savasana or any other position that would feel healing for you. Take your time. In your rest, beginning to deepen your breath. You feel ready, nourishing yourself with gentle movements, gently awakening. Staying on your side for 3 breaths. Letting everything release back to the floor. Sitting in your stillness for a few moments. You come up, make it a comfortable sit. Seat of, seat of the yogi, seat of the healer, the inner wisdom warrior. I think that magical switch when we turn 50, and maybe it's going to happen again at 60 and 70, 80, all the way up. That there's an innate wisdom unlocked. You know yourself more deeply.
have some life experience to draw on. That all is your story, creatrix. Joining your palms at your heart and bowing your chin, honoring all that you are. Inhale to grow tall and release this breath completely. And seal this practice with one Om. Inhale. Om. Breathe into your hands. It's your sacred breath. Offer it to yourself. This healing power within. Oh, yes. All of this is yours. All of this is yours. All of this is yours. So thank you. Thank you for being here and sharing this time. Healing continue throughout the day. Namaste. Yes, I'm going to grab that. Thank you.